JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, 3 men arrested, guns seized following robbery in St. Elizabeth. 3 Clarendon men have been arrested and a gun seized following a robbery at a barn mountainside, St. Elizabeth on Wednesday night. Superintendent Dwight Daly, head of the St. Elizabeth Police, said about 10 p.m., gunmen held up and robbed patrons at the bar. They then made good their escape in a white Toyota Axa motor car. The police were alerted and quickly responded, said Daly. He said the police intercepted the vehicle, which was transporting 3 men. The car was searched and a 9mm Taurus pistol loaded with 15 cartridges were found. The men were arrested and the gun seized, he said. He added that the police recovered stolen items during a search of the vehicle. It is to be noted that this is the second car to have been intercepted by the St. Elizabeth Police, where firearms were found, he said while commending officers. On Tuesday, 3 men were fatally shot by police as officers intercepted another vehicle on the Speculation Main Road in St. Elizabeth. Ammunition bust in St. James linked to fatal shooting, police say. The police have disclosed that Wednesday evening's large ammunition seizure in Lilliput, St. James, is linked to the fatal shooting of a man on the Rosehall Main Road in the parish hours earlier. Andre Young of Lilliput was killed just after 3 p.m. as he was driving along the main road. It's reported that Young, 34, had just left home when he was pounced on and shot. Superintendent Carlos Russell, commanding officer for the St. James Police Division, said that a targeted operation was carried out in the community based on information that the perpetrators were from Lilliput. He said when the police approached a property in the community, 3 men ran into bushes and escaped. The police searched the premises and found more than 100 rounds of assorted ammunition and 2 firearms, an AR-15 rifle and a 9mm pistol. Superintendent Russell said the shooting of Young is linked to lottery scamming. 24-year-old firefighter charged of a police shootout in Nannyville. 24-year-old firefighter Jordan Gabadon has been charged in relation to a shootout with the police in Nannyville Gardens in St. Andrew earlier this month. Gabadon has been charged with shooting with intent, illegal possession of firearm, illegal possession of ammunition, and malicious destruction of property in connection with the July 8 incident. The police report that about 9:15 p.m., a team from the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigations Branch, CTOC, were conducting operations in the area when they gathered intelligence about a group of men who were traveling in a Toyota Mark X motor car. The police say the car was intercepted on Colonel Harris Path in Kingston 3. A firefighter ensued and 2 men were fatally shot. The police say the Toyota Mark X motor car was later searched and several items seized. Recovered were 3 illegal guns, 3 empty magazines, 17 9mm cartridges, 2 Apple iPhones, and a Samsung cell phone, according to the police. The police investigators are still working to formally identify the deceased men. However, they are believed to be 27-year-old Orrin Lee, otherwise called Indian or Pablo, and Prince Davis, a 26-year-old painter. Investigators believe the men are from Nannyville Gardens, Kingston 3. Gabadon, who managed to elude the scene, turned himself into the police and was pointed out on an identification parade on Monday, July 18. He was later charged following a question and answer interview. Motorists face $500,000 bad word fine. Transport operators who spew expletives or bad words at an inspector of the Transport Authority in the lawful conduct of his duties could be slapped with a fine of up to $500,000 or face jail time of up to 6 months. This provision is contained in the Transport Authority Amendment Act 2022, which was passed in Gordon House without amendment on Tuesday afternoon. The legislation states that the use of abusive or calumnious language to an inspector in the carrying out of the inspector's duties would attract a fine or imprisonment. The bill is part of a suite of legislative measures that will give effect to the Road Traffic Act 2018. Discussing the bill at the committee stage, Manchester North Western Member of Parliament Michael Phillips suggested that the fine was excessive, noting that the maximum amount should be adjusted to $300,000. However, Minister of Justice Delroy Chuck contended that the fine was intended to be a deterrent. In the average with the abuser, the calumnious language is not too loud. I am sure the judge may charge $10,000 or $50,000. The truth of the matter is that $500,000 is not only the maximum, but an indication that there is a different gravity in terms of the abuse and the assault, Chuck said. He urged Phillips not to insist on a change in the fine. However, Phillips pointed out that other breaches involving forgery of documents attract a fine of $150,000. Joy and relief as PM presents senior with new home. Albert Logan was so excited about the prospect of finally owning a good house that after seeing a tent being erected, signifying that the ceremony was imminent, he could not eat or sleep until yesterday's handover ceremony. The emotional Logan told those who turned out yesterday to witness him receiving the keys to a house constructed in Shootout Pass, Clarendon, under the new social housing program, that his life was difficult in his previous dwelling. When I'm inside the house, when rain a fall, the liquor stove there right here, so. And if rain a fall, me can't go to the stove. And if me go to the stove, me have to stand up there a while, he said. So if rain a fall for the whole week, I feel it. And me cry and say, God, I wonder if the people remember about me. He expressed profound thanks to Prime Minister Andrew Holness and Clarendon North Central Member of Parliament Robert Nestor Morgan for his one-bedroom dwelling, built at a cost of $4 million. Although no furniture was in the house as yet, Logan declared that as soon as the function was over, he was going inside to sleep, triggering laughter from the audience. Morgan said that he recommended Logan for a house after seeing the condition in which he was living when they first met as he campaigned for office. It hurt me that in 2020, a Jamaican could be living in such conditions, but I had hope because I knew that when I became Member of Parliament, I would have an opportunity to help Albert and many other persons in North Central Clarendon, he said, noting the tremendous impact of the program. Logan was the first of two recipients yesterday, as Opal Manning of Woodhall in Clarendon also received a 3-bedroom house built at a cost of $7.2 million. In his address, Holness stressed the importance of ensuring the right people receive the units. What we try to ensure to do is to ensure that the benefit goes to the most needy. We consider the age of the applicant. We consider the household, current situation in which they live, whether they have income, and if children in the household are of school age, he said. Holness said he was satisfied that all 75 houses built under the program thus far have gone to people who are genuinely in need. Just to say that we estimate that there are about 6,000 persons who are living in substandard conditions, and very soon we'll be doing 500 to 600 units per year in ensuring that the worst of the worst housing conditions are addressed in Jamaica, said the Prime Minister. Over 200 PPV operators ticketed in Portmore for road breaches. Some 202 public passenger vehicle operators were on Wednesday issued with traffic tickets during an enforcement operation in Portmore, St. Catherine. Further, license plates were removed from 40 vehicles for breaches of the Road Traffic Act. The operation, which was a collaboration between the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Island Traffic Authority, was conducted along Dawkins Drive in the municipality. The exercise saw motor vehicle examiners checking tire pressure and condition and brake systems, among other things. More than 400 vehicles were checked during the exercise. We are imploring the operators to comply with the law, as we have noticed vehicles driving with multicolored flashing lights, excessive tints, and even broken windshields, said Superintendent Upton Nicholson, head of operations for St. Catherine South Police Division. He said the operations will be ongoing. 160 new COVID-19 cases in Jamaica, 2 deaths reported. The Ministry of Health and Wellness reported 160 new COVID-19 cases and 2 deaths on Wednesday, July 20, bringing the infection total to 145,157 and total deaths to 3,176. The new cases comprise 97 females and 63 males, with ages ranging from 33 days to 101 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew, 66, St. Catherine, 31, Clarendon, 19, St. James, 16, Manchester, 12, St. Elizabeth, 5, Westmoreland, 4, St. Thomas, 3, Trelawney and St. Anne, 2 each. The deceased are a 66-year-old male from Westmoreland who died in May 2022. His death was previously listed as under investigation. A 70-year-old female from St. James who died in July 2021. Her death was previously listed as under investigation. There were 111 recoveries in the last 24 hours, bringing the total to 92,784. Currently, 93 people are hospitalized, 24 of whom are moderately ill, 5 severely ill, and 3 critically ill. Jamaica's positivity rate for the latest round of testing is 26.7%. And in sports news, more in the tank for 5-time goal. In her 5th World Championships appearance, 800 meters specialist Natoya Gould hopes that this will be the year she finally gets onto the podium. Gould will be in action along with Adele Tracy and national champion Kristen Gordon-Powell tonight in the first round of the 800 meters, which starts at 7:10 p.m. Jamaica time. Gould's season best this year was 1 minute 59.31 seconds in Oslo back in June, but she has had mixed results, only making the top 3 twice this year. She was beaten by Kristen Gordon-Powell at the national championships last month. However, Gould said that it has not deterred her mindset heading into the championships and believes there's still another rung on the ladder to climb. There's a lot left in the tank. I have not run to my full potential yet. I'm just taking it in stride and going out there with confidence, because if you don't have confidence, you won't be able to achieve the goal that you want to achieve, Gould said. She said she suspected she suffered from the effects of COVID-19, but that the illness, whatever it was, affected her form. I was sick even at pen relays. Looking back at that time, I probably had COVID-19 because a couple of weeks after, my husband had COVID. I think that was it, and I think that's why I was struggling this season to finish my races, Gould said. But I'm feeling great now and I'm happy, and I just thank God for strength. I just want to go out there and to do my very best. And in netball news, fitter Sunshine Girls ready for Commonwealth, says Fowler. Sunshine Girls captain Janelle Fowler says her team is physically and mentally prepared to challenge for a top 2 spot at this month's Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, England. Fowler, along with the Sunshine Girls unit, are scheduled to depart the island this afternoon for the championship. Netball Jamaica has assembled a very strong 12-member squad for the tournament, which includes 6 players who competed in the Suncorp Super Netball League in Australia. Along with Fowler, who led the West Coast Fever to this year's Suncorp title, the other overseas-based players are Shamara Sterling, Shimona Nelson, Latanya Wilson, Katie Andaney, and Jodian Ward. The other members of the squad are Shanice Beckford, Edine Thomas, Shadian Emmings, Nicole Dixon-Rochester, Rebecca Robinson, and Khadijah Williams. The Jamaicans won the bronze medal at the Commonwealth Games 4 years ago. However, they finished a disappointing 5th at the 2019 Netball World Cup in Liverpool, England. Fowler said the team have been working really well in their build-up to the tournament, and the players are optimistic they can challenge for one of the top spots in Birmingham. I am feeling positive because we have been doing a lot of work both on and off the courts to ensure that we're in the right mindset going into the Commonwealth Games, said Fowler. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.